Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Starting the Day the Right Way 5-minute devotion for January 2nd, 2021. Is the year flying by or what? All right. So for today's devotional, I was talking to my little guy, and our Christmas break is coming to an end. And every year, same thing. Dad, I wish Christmas was here again. I said, I know, buddy. Me too. And he's like, it went so fast. And before Christmas on December 3rd, the day was going so slow, and the 24th was going so slow. And then I asked God to slow the day down. On Christmas, it slowed down. It was like 9,000 years. And then Christmas break went so fast, Dad. I said, I know, buddy. I said, that's life. But then he went on to say, but Dad, looking back on this year, this has been the best year ever. 2020 was great. And later on, it just got me thinking that perspective is everything. Through the eyes of his 8-year-old mind, this was the best year ever. And if he knew 100% of the things going on in the world, it got me thinking, would he have a different perspective on things? Do we have a different perspective because we know too much sometimes, right? That we are just overclouded and overwhelmed with information and knowledge on things that we forget where our true knowledge and perspective should come from. And it really should come from God. If you're a believer, it really should come from God, right? So I'm going to read from Isaiah, okay, which God led me to these verses before I came on here. And they're from two different versions, one from the Message and one from the New Living Translation. But I think each of them give us exactly what is on God's heart. So here, this first one is going to be from the Message. It's verse 8 through 11 says, I don't think the way you think. Now, this is God talking to us. I don't think the way you think. The way you work isn't the way I work. God's decree. For as the sky soars high above the earth, so the way I work surpasses the way you work. And the way I think is beyond the way you think. Just as rain and snow descend from the skies and don't go back until they've watered the earth, doing their work of making things grow and blossom, producing seed for farmers and food for the hungry, so will the words that come out of my mouth not to come back empty-handed. They'll do the work I sent them to do. They'll complete the assignment I gave to them. All right, the New Living Translation puts it this way. My thoughts are nothing like your thoughts, says the Lord. And my ways are far beyond anything you could imagine. For just as the heavens are higher than the earth, so my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. All right, so an obvious question was, well, what does God think about me? Well, the only way you're going to be able to find that out is to open up that Bible. Okay, here are just some of the things that God says about you, that you are accepted and worthy. He says that in Psalm 139, that you are never alone. He says that in Romans 8:38. He says that you can rejoice in Philippians 4:13. He says that you have hope in Psalm 62. It says that you lack nothing in Philippians 4:19. It says that you have strength in Psalms 28. It says you live by faith in Romans 1. It says that you have comfort, that you're protected, that you're perfectly loved, that you are totally forgiven. These are just a few of the things that God says about you. Okay. And if you bring it even closer and you really dig into this, you'll find out that there are thousands of thoughts that God has upon his mind about you every single second of every single day, of every single week, of every single month, and every single year. Know that the God of the universe, the creator of the universe, is interested in your everyday life, from the smallest decisions to the major decisions facing you. COVID, do I have a job? How am I going to pay the rent? How am I going to get better health-wise? Okay. And like my son said, Dad, this was the best year ever. That was his perspective. And it just, when I sat down alone to think about that, I was just in awe. I was in absolute awe. And it just encouraged me more that I really need to up my game and to really see things through God's eyes and through his perspective. I hope this was a blessing. dig into this. There's a lot here. All right, guys, have a great night. We'll be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.